is back. Welcome to Top Chef Carolinas.
Oh, yeah.
You truly cannot prepare for what they're about to hand over to you.
It's not every day you cook a 130-pound hog.
That's a Carolina Reaper.
Kristen, welcome to the Awards Tour podcast.
Thanks for having me.
I will have to admit, I am an elder millennial, so I grew up on Top Chef, but it had been a couple of seasons since I caught up. But in preparation for this interview, I got caught up, and I guess I tuned in for the right moment because last night there was tons of drama. Girl. I didn't even know who that man was. I was like, who is Steyer and why is he on all of this? But it kind of, I think, is what's really cool about your job is I do think you can, like I did, tune up on any episode and there's tons of drama. Do you feel that when you're filming it? Like the episode I'm speaking about is this guy Steyer just came back and he was like voted out. And then he threw this, like, he went all kinds of cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs bananas because he didn't know what he was doing, but he was so confident. I'm just wondering, do you feel the drama like when it's happening, you're like, oh, this is going to be an episode and a half?
I think that there's two ways I think about it because first and foremost, like I know this is my job 100%, but how I got to this job was because I was a chef that once competed on it, not for my job, like at all, for television. And so I think the lens that I look at Top Chef through is a unique perspective. I am a chef first and foremost, and then I am now hosting the television show. So in terms of feeling or seeing or living through these moments where I'm like, ooh, that might be, we'll see if that plays out well or whatever. I'm thinking of it, but not in like a television production kind of way. I'm like, because I'm also just someone living through this process and responding and reacting to the things happening around me. So for this Seeger thing, you could feel it. It was definitely felt. But if I'm being completely honest with you, outside of Top Chef, yeah, it was a little bit, I was taken back by it just a touch. But in terms of me having come up in restaurants with a lot of male egos, I wasn't like, oh my God, I've never heard this before. Like I've lived through this stuff over 2 decades in this industry. So I didn't take offense to it. He was doing what he wanted to do. It is everyone's choice to say what they want to say, behave how they want to behave, question what they want to question. You're allowed to do all of you. And however that plays out, that's on the person doing it. So all I could do in that moment was react. The snake was a larger point of contention and uncomfortable space for me, if I'm being honest, like comparative to Seeger's choice of words.
That's fair, because the snake is gonna snake. Like
I wasn't expecting a snake.
Yes.
I can always expect a little bit of, dialogue and sometimes pushback, which is okay.
It's okay for you to say, you're like, I can deal with an angry white chef, man. But the snake was a bit much. It's fine. I can understand that. That's fair.
Yeah. Familiar versus unfamiliar. It's like,
Yes. Speaking of familiar, though, you brought me to my next question, which is as a former contestant, but more importantly, a former contestant who has tasted the bitterness and the sweetness of Top Chef, if I'm allowed to use a cooking parkland.
Yeah.
I think I know what it is like to be a winner and how much that prescribes how you carry yourself as a host and how you're able to exist in the competition because you know what it's like to be anxious to win. I'm curious how much going out as early as you did or having as many sort of like foibles as, you know what I mean? Like you had a journey with Top Chef. Yeah. I'm wondering how much that informs how you are as a host now.
I think that's where a lot of the compassion and the empathy comes from. Having won, I get excited. I get overwhelmed with joy and excitement for the potential winner and doing well on the competition. I think where the compassion and the empathy really come out is only one person's going to win. So that means 14 other people don't get to win. That's 14 other chefs that have left their businesses, their families for this shot of a 1 in 15 chance of winning. And I think because of that, plus the stakes and the high stakes of real chefs doing their real job that just so happens to be playing out on television, that's a whole different kind of space of reality television. These chefs are trying to make a mark on their careers. And so I feel like the bitterness of hearing please pack your knives and go, like that's where my heart kind of it breaks a little bit. I gotta say it 14 times in order to say you are Top Chef once.
Mm. Is there one that was particularly hard for you?
You know, the ones that are always hard are the first ones because every chef that goes on there, I would argue, is telling themselves, just don't be the first one. Just do not be the first one to go out.
Oh, is that
Yet
what you're
they're
saying?
always,
You're like, don't be the
just
first.
like, you know, I'm just don't be first. Just don't be first. And I feel like that's internally, they have all said that to themselves at one point prior to getting to the competition. And so I feel like the delivering the please pack your knives and go on the very first one is always tough because of that.
The other thing, obviously, that I don't think it's talked about, I know this because I've done like little amounts of digital cooking shows. There's a lot of logistics to doing food on television in a way that is still compelling and interesting. I'd be curious if you could tell us the aspect of that part of the show that maybe the Top Chef folks don't really see, but you're like, this is like a huge part of it, whether it be about food safety or just making it look good, the lighting, I think. Like, what are some of the technical aspects of it?
Well, I think, you know, Top Chef is a longstanding and trusted and reputable for all the right reasons. Professional chefs trust the process. And once they come on, they realize the food comes first. Like the food will never wait for us. Outside of the quick fire where you kind of have to do one at a time, all the elimination challenges where they are serving in groups, every single challenge is staggered. So when your timer goes off, that's when you serve. But like meanwhile, other people are cooking. So they stagger them in order to be able to taste the food at the quality and the time that the chef wants them to be tasted. And so because of that, we're always tasting the food, I think, in the way that it needs to be judged. So like we don't have to guess, like, oh, I wonder what this would have been like if it were hot. No, we're getting it like that. Like the show is set up and the logistics are set up where the food comes first. Sometimes when you see those beauty shots of the food, oftentimes the food that was put in front of us is far more beautiful because the beauty food, the beauty dish, they have to make that when time is up. So you have 8 guests, you make 9 plates, 1 plate is pulled for the beauty, and it is photographed in an efficient manner. But you know,
It's not the same.
It's not the same. Like it's not right to the camera. So if it looks good to you on TV, imagine how great it is when it gets to us. Yeah, so I mean the food is the star, and it's always been that way. There are other cooking shows where I feel like maybe the food is not made to be the priority, but Top Chef is 100% made that way. And of course, yeah, you mentioned lighting. Lighting is everything for the food, for our faces, for everything.
Definitely,
Lighting.
girl. I know about the faces. Listen.
I can look like a completely different person just like a shift of lighting. So yeah, no, the lighting is very important in making everything look really good. But you know, it's like as always, and I will say it till I'm blue in the face because I've seen it from all the different angles as a contestant now as the host that sees all the behind the scenes. It is legit. Food comes first, chefs come first. After all, that is why we're there and why we are making a show in the first place.
I love that. Okay, this one's kind of messy, and you can actually refer to this from whether it's one of your seasons or previous seasons of
I like
Top
that you
Chef.
say this is kind of messy. All
It
right.
is messy. It's gonna be messy because it's like a little bit about, and I know that you're I think like the Top Chef folks, they keep y'all pretty buttoned up. You know, it's very white linen for y'all. You know what I mean? You don't want to get too dirty with it, but there's great and epic meltdowns on Top Chef. Like there are legendary ones. Do you have a favorite chef meltdown on Top Chef?
You know, listen,
Be a little messy, just a little bit.
I mean, I was expecting worse, if I'm being honest. You know, I think like yourself, I'm an elder millennial, and I grew up watching the show coming in from, you know, I graduated culinary school the year Top Chef premiered. Which is a wild thing to think about. But like those beginning seasons got messy. They were messy. In my head, I am always saying in many scenarios, you're not my bitch. Like that can translate from a kitchen, that can translate into the real life, that can translate during road rage or when you're at the grocery store. I am not your bitch. And I can hear it in my head.
God, I remember that. That is so
that
funny.
that was a moment.
That was a moment. That's a great one. Okay, I like that one. The other thing I think folks want to get inside is y'all's deliberation, because I think between like maybe like conclave, a Court decision, or like the Cannes jury for like Palme d'Or, there's not very many sort of like the meeting of minds where people would be
Yeah.
like, what did they discuss? You know what I mean? And I don't want to take too big of it, but what's the thing about that that is maybe more surprising as far as like, because I also found this out. Y'all are judging for like hours, like
Oh,
5
it's hours.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it's not a long drawn out process for the sake of being long and drawn out. Like sometimes there are true deliberations where we cannot come up with a unanimous answer. And that is few and far between. Like we can all agree pretty quickly. But we are going through dish by dish. Things are being brought up. And you also have to remember, it's always Tom, Gail, and me, but we always have at least one other guest judge. And so adding that dynamic in, like it is always so interesting to hear that point of view. And the table always has to come up with a unanimous decision. It does not need to be, well, hold on. We all have to eventually agree to it. But sometimes it's majority rules. If there's an odd, like it is a conversation that you do not stop having until you've reached your final answer. And I appreciate that. And they give you all the space you need. Like producers don't cut you off. Like they wait until you figure it out. Because at the end of the day, like, again, we are dealing with real life people and their real careers. No one's taking that lightly and being like, oh, it's no big deal. Like, just send them home. Like, you know what this means for them. I know what this means for them. And so, like, you really want to come up with the right answer. I will say over this past season and all the seasons that I've hosted, there have been several instances where the majority rules, where someone went home where I didn't necessarily personally vote for that person. But you agree, like they came to a collective. Yeah. And you have to state your case. If you disagree, you state your case. Like you got to say it. And if I fully, and again, there's never been this where if someone fully is like, I wholeheartedly disagree and I'm not budging, like you will stay there until all hours of the night deciding. But usually if there's like, I might not agree, I can understand the perspective. And I'm like, okay, there is a point to be had there. So, but like, I do wish sometimes there was like a sideshow where it was like the unedited version of Judge's Table, because I do, for the audience, we're doing our best, or production, I guess, and how the show is going to get edited and ultimately what's going to be shown. We're doing our best to validate our answer to you as the viewer who's not tasting the food at all. And God, sometimes there are great conversations that are like very in depth, but it's television and you can't air a 3-hour Judge's Table. I mean, some people would watch it though. You could. They do the Big Brother feed 24/7, and I'm like, do these people have jobs? So what I'm saying? Like, I think they'd watch it. The other thing I think I would want to ask you though about is, I mean, listen, you guys always go to cool places. You always find different palettes and cultures to add to whatever menus you guys are doing. And listen, I'm sure there's places that you've enjoyed. If you had to pick a dream guest, judge, location, and cuisine, what would be your 3? Like basically make your little dream trifecta. Oh my God, that is so hard. Why? Because there's so many great places. I mean, and there's so many great people and so much great food. I will say, I think that in terms of location, we can go anywhere, because it's not, of course, the location influences some of the challenges, but ultimately the chefs can cook whatever. They don't have to cook just because we're in the Carolinas. They don't have to cook barbecue. Like do your version of barbecue. And so because of that, we're always going to get food from all pockets and all corners of this world, which is
Fair.
so exciting. So put us anywhere, 15 great chefs, you're going to get amazing food from everywhere. Okay, so selfishly, I don't know if this is ever going to happen, but you know, you got to shoot your shot when you can shoot your shot. In terms of guests that I would like to have, as much as I love having the chefs and like the professional culinary people of the world, yeah, I love it because we're all talking the same language. But where I get a kick out of it, and I think more conversations are being generated, is you already have 3 food professionals at the table. Give us someone not in that world at all. Give us someone that is like for instance, I think one of the greatest dining tables that we had this season was when Danielle Brooks came.
Oh, yeah.
I loved how that woman talked about food. It was just this, she talked about food in the way that we all talk about it if a camera's not there, if it's not our job, or like we're at a restaurant. I loved it so much. And I love getting to see people experience this food and get excited about the things that we're getting excited about. I love it so much. Okay, so
That's a good one. Do you have a particular non-professional chef person?
that I would like to see. There's
Yeah.
two. There's two. Oh God, there's so okay. There's so many.
Just name them. Nobody is going to be mad at you by naming extra people. I promise you.
Okay. Julia Roberts.
That's a good one.
That is how I realized I was gay. So that holds a special place in my heart.
Awesome.
Her character on Notting
Yeah.
Hill.
No, I get it.
Beyonce,
That's a great one.
because why the hell wouldn't I?
Because she's Beyonce. That's
Because
the
she's
answer.
Beyonce.
Because she's Beyonce.
The Obamas.
Oh, that's a great one too. She would do it. I think Michelle would do it now. She's
You
got
think
a
so?
podcast. She's got a podcast. Get on her podcast and then invite her to Top Chef. I guarantee you would do it. Because she doesn't cook, but she likes to eat, according to her podcast. I listen to her podcast, by the way. It's amazing.
Okay. Noted. I'm going to say that you sent me to Michelle Obama. Yeah. Oh God, yes. I just ran into her at the NBC Upfronts, Mariska Hargitay from SVU.
That's a great one.
I grew up watching her on SVU. So, I mean, there's so many people. The beauty of food is that we all got to eat. We all can talk about food. And I think the best part about it is that we can all talk about it so differently.
I dig that. What are they eating? What's the menu? What's the theme? When you get this,
I mean, I think you have to play to the theme of our guests.
Oh, so each one would be a little bit different. Oh, yeah, okay. Just tell me what you would want to cook for Beyonce. I want to know that.
What? Oh, I don't want to cook. I
mean, but what you would want to have on like the Beyonce dinner set, like for her challenge day, like what would you want to do? I mean, she's Creole and Alabaman.
I think what would be really fun is that, again, I like as a chef, thinking about the box I would like to play in is that when I think of someone like Beyonce, to me, she is obviously a performer and an entertainer, but like she's an athlete in a way that is like crazy to even think about. How you go on tour, how you take care of your body, how you sustain all that stuff. So like, I think it would be really interesting to be like, how do you eat when you're out on tour? What are your criteria and requirements? And then the chefs have to decide how to do that. Because ultimately we're fueling like a high performing athlete, which is crazy.
I dig that. Oh, I actually really do dig that because I do think like, especially when they are on tour, they're very particular about their foods and like they have chefs go around with them and all of that. So like, yeah, this is great.
Or they have to take one song from the Homecoming album and make a dish that represents that song.
Oh, that's even, see, Beyonce, Top Chef.
We're lining it all up for her. I'm sure she's got so much time in her schedule.
Oh, she can do whatever she wants. So she could do this. Get Blue involved. She'll do it.
Yes.
She does anything for that girl. Didn't want to. She said she was never going to the Met again. Blue wants to go. She's back at the Met Gala. Like
we got to work on Blue.
Yes, we got to work on Blue.
Got it.
We have a little bit more time, but the other thing I also kind of want to talk to you is you're part of this really great, I think, cohort of hosts of these incredible shows. Like, I mean, it's you and Alan and Andy and honestly, even RuPaul. Of your fellow hosts, Tim Gunn, all of them.
Yeah.
Who would you want to switch with? if you could switch
Ooh,
with one of the other folks for a day. I know you were on Traders, so like
yeah.
you've seen that job up close, but any of them, and this is anything from The Amazing Race to Survivor.
Yeah.
I mean, if you wanted to do Jeopardy, I would even put that one.
I would love to swap. Okay, there's two. Obviously, there's Alan, and watching him at work was really amazing. But here's the I can't, like, I'm not an actor. Like, I can't, I don't think I can do that.
You could
But
try.
I would love to wear I would love to wear his wardrobe and his clothes. I think it'd be hysterically fun. The Amazing Race.
Yeah.
Oh my God. How would you not? Like, I think sometimes I have the best role on television because I get to eat amazing food. But like, think about the role of the Amazing Race host. You get to go to wonderful places and then eat all the foods from those wonderful places. So
Mhm.
I'd have to go Amazing Race. But
Yeah.
also I am in my push to host a queer dating show because I feel like I heard, PS, sidebar, rant. I heard that there was a show about queer dating on another network
Yeah.
that was hosted by not a queer person.
Yes.
What the hell are we doing?
I
What
know
are we
exactly what
doing?
you're talking about. We will not say that, but yes. Yes. Yeah.
Okay, I want to host a queer dating show so bad because I feel like as someone that has gone through the gauntlet of many failed relationships, like I've now reached a place in my life where I have a very strong, sturdy foundation of an incredible wife and a great marriage. I feel like I'm emotionally available to these people. And
And you
I
can
think,
give them the real life lessons.
yeah, I think I have good sound advice. And I also protect like the queer space in a way that will not be made to be a spectacle for
Mm.
entertainment purposes. You know,
That's
like
probably why they don't want you to host it, though.
that's probably right. Here's the thing, like we say on Top Chef, you don't have to curate drama.
There is going to be
You are
drama.
dealing with 15 people in a
Yeah.
high stakes pressure scenario. You don't have to make up fake shit.
No. Honestly, 15 lesbians, 15 gay dudes, or any combination therein, the
Come
drama
on.
is built in, sweetie.
Oh, it's there. I
You
don't need to
don't
do
need to
anything.
manufacture it. I do love that. And then that's so great. I love that. I love that. And then my last question, because I think people forget this, you're on Bravo. So
Hmm.
you were literally in the midst of sometimes the most drama-filled things. I'll never forget when like Scandival was happening. Everyone was talking about Tom is the only good Tom on Bravo. So like you guys are getting like
Yeah,
dragged into it. Do you have a favorite of your fellow Bravo, like the other part? I mean, whether it be
I do.
Housewives, whether it be Summer House, whatever it is, and like, which was your fave?
Okay. Yes, I do. There is a lot of drama happening currently,
I
which
know.
is crazy. And as a Top Chef person, like I'm watching it from the sideline. I don't have enough information to comment because I haven't watched these shows before. Not out of any other reason except for that I watched Ted Lasso and Great British Bake Off. I watch different shows to relax myself. Um, but I have met so many amazing Bravo people, and I love getting to know them outside of the context of what they are on the show. That
Mm.
being said, one of my favorite, I love the housewife category. One of my favorite housewives, who I've spent a little bit of time with in Scotland, but also have seen so many spaces. Also, she's like beautifully in love, queer love. We love to see it. Portia Williams.
Oh, Portia.
Yeah.
Yes. No, Portia on Traitors.
Icon.
She's an icon.
Yeah.
Also, I found out you guys have to do your own glam in Traders, and the fact that she looked like that on Traders, I was like, you don't need to hire a makeup team anymore,
It's
sweetie.
all honestly, the housewives knew how to like do
Do it.
themselves. I was like,
Yeah.
this is very impressive. I mean, but I will say every single housewife that I was with in Scotland loved, absolutely loved.
Oh, that's great. No, I listen, I'm actually kind of glad as someone that loved the OG traders from the UK. I kind of do. At first, I was kind of like, why do they have regular people? But now I'm like, no, this is American. This is exactly what we need to do because we need this. I don't want to see about Sally from Toledo. I want to see Portia and Ron Funches and you and like this. I need to see this, like I need that. Anyway. Kristen, ma'am, thank you so much. And congratulations on the season. And we'll see you next time. Thank you,
Thank
ma'am.
you so much.